more than, I mean, helicopter crashes actually has happened before in other instances. This isn't anything new, but in this situation with Kobe, it is because, this guy has been taking helicopters back and forth to games for years during his playing career, and he still has been doing the same. So we really have to look at that. People are saying that he gave a congratulations to LeBron James for passing him, I believe, most points scored. And then right after that, this happens. So are you going to blame LeBron James for this? Like, seriously, I just want people to understand that, accidents happen. They really do. The pilot, I believe, was trying to land the plane, but couldn't. Also want to say this. Shout out to all of the channel members, the chat elite. You have new badges. I posted it on the community tab that's specifically for the members, because the members have their own community tab that I could post messages to them. They'll be the only ones who see it. They have new badges now, which is actually my JDB University badge, so that you are officially chat elite. I've been meaning to do that for a while. I finally had the opportunity to do it, But this is a tragedy because, again, I grew up watching Kobe from the time I was a kid, teenager to adulthood. I got to be able to watch him in his prime, him become a leader, him win with Shaq, and him after that, So we really are going to get into it. I agree, Coach Cook. Only dumb people are saying this is a conspiracy, that this was a sacrifice. You people need psychological help. Okay? All right, let's see who's here. Rudy Dog, Nick the Magnificent, Sean G. Let's see. Sean Oliver, Tamisha in my zone. Akata, is it? Uncle. Can't with these names, man. I'm gonna call you Nazareth. D-Stroke, Lando, Blitz, William, RC, Miranda, Dartwolf, T Malone, Mr. Moji, Tiffany, Mellow Bird, Kahin, Jerome, Gerard, Tate Man, let's see, Blake, Jermaine, Jacelyn, Paul, Keston, Jessica, Genuine Trucker, Twan, Hattie, Raven, Atom, Jewel, Gerald, Michael, Tina, Ant Sound, Man Code TV, Trex, The Man in Black, Tandy, Radical Reggie, Coach Cook, DN, Braylon, All Eyes on Me, Rachel, Brittany B, Parker, Darlene, Merck, Elbert, Nubian Life, DT Arvin, Bella, what's going on? Yeah, this was a freak accident. I truly believe it. Doc Rivers interview had me crying. I gotta check it out. I haven't seen it. I saw Jim Gray. He was in damn near in tears. Yo Gaba. Like the stream, people. Humble Beast, Renee, Dazen, Sean. MJ, it's a lot of people coming in. Tony, if I didn't get to you, it's because a lot of people are coming in, man. Pillsbury. Yeah, Kobe is the closest thing to, Jordan of the generation, the people 2000s who grew up in the 2000s, came of age in the 2000s. Knock it off, Brittany. Brittany, I'll say your name with some enthusiasm if you send me your information. No, I'm just joking. But moderators, I want you to do something for me because I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with people. If you see people saying crazy shit in my chat, just get them out of here. Give them the long ride in that lift out of my chat. No, Rick Fox was not in the accident. People need to stop saying that. Tyson Chandler was shook. Not sure how they're playing tonight. What's going on, Liana? I don't know how I can say your name. The good nurse, what's going on? The Pro Bowl announcers were about to cry. You know what's crazy? The Pro Bowl is going on right at the same time this situation is going completely viral. You know? They buried David Stern last week. Yeah, man, that's what's crazy. David Stern passed earlier in the month, and now you got Kobe. It ain't even February yet, and look how many people, especially in the sports world, that we've lost, in the entertainment world, that we have lost in this month alone. Because this hurts because Kobe was 41 years old. Not only that, he lost his 13-year-old daughter who was following in his footsteps. He was on his way to go work with her training wise. I think this is the bigger story. I mean, Kobe's a big story, but the fact that he lost one of his daughters, because Kobe has nothing but daughters. David Stern was the NBA commissioner for a long time. Vanessa lost two people. She lost her husband and she lost one of her daughters. And the thing is that they just had a daughter, last year? They just had another daughter. Yeah, The Rock lost his father. And we ain't even in February yet. So make sure y'all like the stream, man. This is crazy. This was shocking. When I first heard, I was like, nah, that can't be. It got to be a hoax. And then I go and look it up, and you got all these articles that are written at the same time. They're talking about this. And it's also being confirmed that Kobe Bryant's daughter was among the ones who perished. And for the parents out there who have kids, who have daughters, I know this situation hits home. It has to. It has to hit home. And we still got, how many more days we got in this month? We still got about 5 more days to go in January. We still got 5 more days to go. Vanessa's going to have to bury 2 of her closest people, husband and daughter. Imagine having to bury your husband and your daughter, or anyone close to you in that matter. 2 people. I lost 3 of my colleagues this month. All you can do is live life to the full. This is why I tell y'all, man, we got to stop holding grudges. We have to stop, holding grudges, being angry towards people, beefing with people. That solves nothing at the end of the day. Yeah, it could be considered entertaining. Shout out to Ant Sound. This hurts so much. Bro, I know the feeling, bro. I know the feeling. Because when I saw it, I was hurt. When I did my video, I posted a video about it on my Jada Black channel. I was trying to collect my thoughts while I was doing the video, because I really didn't know what to think. I was trying to process everything while I did the video. And I'm the type of person, I process energy. I process information a certain way. And when you are emotionally invested in someone and they pass away, it gets to you. It gets to you, you know? This situation got to me. Because this is a man who's not one of these super woke political guys. You're not going to see him championing for this group, that group, that group, that group. This was a guy who played for a long time. He was a winner. He cared about winning. And when he was done, he was done. He wasn't about being famous and maximizing his fame. He was all about being a father. He had transitioned from being a player to being a family man / businessman. I remember seeing an interview between him and YouTuber Marcus Brownlee. I thought that was very cool that you got a guy like Marcus Brownlee, who was a tech guy, who was interviewing, Kobe Bryant. He had pretty much left his playing career behind. He was satisfied with what he had accomplished. He had already went to the next phase, and that was teaching the next generation of his family how to play the game of basketball. Shout out to Yo Gabba. 9 bodies were reported, Jay. 9 bodies? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. 9 bodies, that's crazy. Let's see what else. I may see if I can play some audio because I don't want to do just a bunch of talking. Let's see. Let's see what's Los Angeles Times. But you're saying 9 were reported? Because I had heard 5. I didn't know it was 9. That is very interesting. People. I want to see if I can put this on the screen. See if no, it's not gonna let me do it. I can't wait till I get me a newer computer soon, so I can do these streams the way I want to do them. We'll do it like this for right now. I'm gonna play audio from the Mamba Academy site honoring Kobe Bryant's legacy. See if it'll play. Shout out to Ant Sound again. It's amazing how this man made such an impact on everyone's lives, and for those that have never met him, we are all in tears. Yeah, he made a profound impact on a lot of people. This was, and that's the link to that. I won't play it. Yeah, there were people who weren't even sports fans who knew who Kobe Bryant was. Who weren't even sports fans. They know who Kobe Bryant is. Like, he was a cultural, if you understand, he was basically a cultural icon. Kobe Bryant was a cultural icon, man. Who made a profound impact on the culture, especially sports-wise. Because again, like, he was a guy that I grew up watching in my teens and in my early, to mid 20s. He's a guy that I watched, as an athlete who I, was a fan of. And again, he was not one of those people who was super divisive. He wasn't one of these sort of staunch, super political woke athletes. He was a guy who wasn't about the spotlight. He wasn't going to use his platform to attack anybody. He wasn't going to use it to demean anybody. He was somebody that was going to, he played his career. He was done with that. He was going to move on to the next phase. This guy, and he had accomplishments. He won an Oscar. I was watching, I believe it was, I don't know if it was MSNBC or it was Fox News, but they brought up the situation that happened in Colorado in 2003. And I'm saying to myself, why are you bringing this up? But again, he said, well, he was able to bounce back from it. He didn't think anyone else would be able to bounce back, from that situation, but he was able to do it. But I mean, why bring it up? I mean, what does that have to do? He was cleared. Well, I say cleared, but pretty much was cleared. So why even bring it up? What was the point? What was the point of bringing that situation up, sir? What was the point of bringing that up? And I want y'all to understand that I know people make mistakes. I know Kobe is a flawed guy just like anybody. But to me, I think he tried his best to right the wrongs. He didn't make those same mistakes again. You didn't hear about him with a bunch of other women, side chicks here, extramarital affairs, kids out of the marriage. You didn't hear about none of that because he focused on fixing the mistakes that he made. He wanted to right the ship. He wanted to make things right, And I think he accomplished that because people remember him more fondly than they did years ago. Even when, Kobe and Shaq had a falling out, didn't want to play with each other anymore. Even then, he was still able to get himself on the right track. Now I can only, because when I first heard about this and I'm looking at the articles, I'm saying to myself, they're probably somewhere down the line, you're going to see some hit pieces written about Kobe. And I think that's probably what you're going to see here and there. You're going to see people who didn't like him winning an Oscar. They made a huge deal out of that. They're going to be the same people who are going to be writing these hit pieces. And again, I remember Kobe in a better light than any of the situations he had. Have y'all noticed that the issues he had was in the early 2000s, right around the time the schism between him and Shaq, the situation in Colorado. But ever since then, he was able to get things going in the right direction. All right. I'm just trying to see if I can find any audio so I can put this, but none yet. But I think the crowning achievement for Kobe was winning that Oscar for the film that he produced. Okay. All I'm seeing is them say that they're saying Kobe daughter among 5 dead. ABC is saying 5. As of 10 minutes ago, they're saying 5. I'm not seeing 9. I'm only seeing 5. I'm not seeing 9. I don't know where people getting that 9 number from. If there were 9 in that helicopter who passed away, they would have reported it. They would have reported it. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not really seeing it. You know what's interesting? Kobe actually wanted a son, but Vanessa kept giving him daughters. I always thought that was very interesting. 4 daughters. And now Vanessa is going to be left to raise the other 3 on her own, unfortunately. You talk about they did, CNBC said 9. Or they reported they said 9. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, Los Angeles Times is saying Kobe daughter Gianna among 9 dead in helicopter crash in Calabasas. Kobe Bryant, the legendary basketball star who spent 20 years with Los Angeles Lakers, was killed when the helicopter he was traveling in crashed and burst into flames Sunday morning amid foggy conditions in the hills above Calabasas, sources told the Los Angeles Times. His daughter, Gianna, 13, was also on board and died along with 7 others, authorities said. NBA officials confirmed Bryant and his daughter were on the aircraft, and the LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva said there were 9 people on the aircraft total, a pilot and 8 passengers. He would not confirm who died until all of the next of kin are notified, he said. Bryant's death stunned Los Angeles and the sports world, which mourned one of basketball's greatest players. Sources said the helicopter took off from Orange County, where Bryant lived. Okay. Okay, I'm saying it now. Not every site is using the same number. Some are saying that is 5, 7, and some are saying 9. Shout out to Ernest Wilcox, appreciate it. Nine people. Obviously, there must have been some known relatives of known people on there for them to be withholding the information. But I'm going to let y'all call in. I think that even though Kobe's been retired for a number of years now, I think that there's a lot of young guys who still, even in high school, want to be like Kobe Bryant. They want to be like Kobe Bryant more than they want to be like LeBron James. I'm not saying that LeBron James isn't talented, that, he hasn't, been a great ambassador of the game, the face of the NBA. But Kobe had a personality, the grit, the determination to win, that people like more. And he had the nickname Mamba, which is trending on Twitter right now, All right, let's see. Let's get some phone calls on here. I'm not going to be on too long. I just want to come on here live and just update some information as well as speak to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like the stream too, man. We live here on this Sunday afternoon, evening. It's evening now. So let's keep the phone calls as brief as we can, people, to give other people an opportunity to speak. You're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Yo, what's up? It's Coach Cook from Brooklyn, man. What's up?
What's good, Coach Coop? Good.
I'm all right, man. I'm glad you're doing the show today, man, because I'm hurting, man. You know, Kobe Bryant was like my favorite player. Like, you know what I mean? Me and him around the same age, so I got the chance to see him come up from Lower Marion when he was in high school, and you know what I mean? This was before the internet, so you had to have a tape, or you know what I mean? And we see this dude, and he doing all this, and you know, and then I remember when he was with the Jazz and he missed, and you know what I mean? He came back, and like, yo, I'm hurting, man. Like, everybody that know me, they know how much of a Kobe Bryant fan I am. Like, you know, and I'm hurting, man. I just wanted to send out prayers to his family and everybody listening. And you know, the irony is I coach basketball, so when this happened, I was actually on the court coaching my kids. And when I got out, you know, out of practice, it was like I heard, and it just I ain't been able to really do nothing since, man. You know what I mean? And I just feel sad for everybody, man, and you know, keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and his daughter Gianna as well, and get rid of all those Illuminati people. Like, we don't need that mess today, man.
Right.
We don't need that drama
Listen,
today, man.
I've already told.
It's about honoring Kobe, man, and his family and his daughter, man.
Yeah, I already told him about that bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, get him out of here, man. But that's all I had to say, Jay, man. Thanks, man.
All right, Coach.
Appreciate the love, brother.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the call, man. All right?
All right, peace.
Peace. Shout out to Coach Cook. You know, he's, you know, still reeling from it like a lot of people. I don't think it has set in. I think to a certain extent it hasn't set in for me either. I think it won't really set in until maybe tomorrow, you know. I would say tomorrow or maybe I think it's really going to set in because it's going to be like, wow, you know. I think that's when it would really set in. Because he is a beloved guy, and a lot of us grew up watching him, you know. Went to high school, you know, we used to debate, you know, who was the best, you know, when we were in high school with Kobe. Kobe was always a favorite, you know. LeBron was just coming into the league. Especially when I was in high school, LeBron was just coming into the league. So he wasn't really there, but the hype was there. But Kobe was always viewed as one of the best, or the best in the game. Oh, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's good, man? It's Torin.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, man?
This is just like this is like completely shocking. Like, this is not some news that you want to wake up to or just happen to like stumble upon. And like many of us, when we found out about it, I don't know about you, but I thought it was an internet hoax. Because you know they love to try to kill celebrities all the time throughout the year and you know, all the time like that. So to actually find out that this was real is upsetting. And it's like it's happening in layers. Because we first heard that it was Kobe, and then we found out that his daughter was on the helicopter too, and it's like that made it even worse. Like it's like it did not. There's no way that you could like really come back from that. Like there's really no way you can possibly bounce back from that. I can only imagine what his wife and his other daughters are going through right now. I mean, to lose your husband and your father and your sister and your daughter all in the same day and in that manner is like is mind blowing. Like it's going to take a while. I mean, as far as the grieving process for them, it's going to take a while to get back into the swing of things for this. And and I think what's also upsetting about it too is that Kobe is pretty much fresh into his retirement. He hasn't. It's not like he's been retired for like 10 years.
Yeah,
he's fresh into his retirement and was doing other endeavors. I actually, had a chance to hear about some other stuff he had going on, and I couldn't believe what I was actually hearing because he didn't really put out there all of his endeavors, and I'm not even upset that he did because it wasn't nobody's business. But from what I was hearing about what he was doing, like in the tech field and STEM and all types of stuff like that, it almost reminded me of Nipsey a little bit when I was hearing the rundown of that, of what he was doing. And what he was doing with the community and with other people. But it's just sad. He was young. 41 is young.
Yeah.
41 is relatively young, and you're talking about a guy who has transcended decades. Like, you're talking about a guy who has been in the NBA since he got drafted out of high school.
Yeah, out of high school,
and he was one of the
17 years
last
old.
people of that. He was one of the last people of that class.
Yeah.
To leave the court for good. So, to hang it up. But, it's really unfortunate what happened. I, offer my condolences to his family, most definitely. But I also, even though we don't know who the other people are, I offer my condolences to their families as well. Because you know what? We probably won't even know who they are because they were not Kobe Bryant and they weren't his daughter, so they're not going to get the notoriety. So I offer my condolences to them as well.
Yeah, R.I.P. to them too, man. Definitely.
All right. Well, thanks for answering my call.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for the call, Torm. All right. Shout out to Torm with the call. The lines are back open. Yep, he was part of that 96 class, man. They had some really good players in that draft, man. And he was making some things happen, like outside of basketball, which isn't very hard. It's not very easy for a lot of ex-players to do. They end up going to ESPN or Fox. He didn't have to do that. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, Jay, this is DTR, man.
What's good, DT?
And, that's good, man. I'm just still devastated over this news, man. It's like, I remember growing up watching him play and him inspiring other future players, and not just that, but doing stuff outside the court.
Right.
And him becoming a true staple of a sports icon.
Yeah.
And and it's a shame I don't think we get too many of those anymore. And I mean, probably one or two, but none of the same vibes that he brought.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it was as shocking as when other people have died. To me, it's as shocking as when Michael died, and when Whitney died, and all of them.
Yeah, it does, because it's like, almost like, where were you or what were you doing when you got the news? It has that same feel to it, man. It's like, where did you find out the news? Where did you see it?
Yeah. I remember the news article popped up, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Then I looked it up. I was like, oh my God. And it's just, every day life reminds us that tomorrow is not promised. Every single day.
Yeah.
And I just, anyway, Jay, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in this, and my condolences are to the Bryant family and everyone else involved.
Okay. All right, DT. Well, I appreciate the call, man. All right.
All right, man.
All right. Cool. Shout out to DT Art with the call, man. Yeah, condolences to everybody's families who were impacted by this helicopter crash. Yeah, Kobe's had some really good moments, man. As a basketball player, All right. But this is why I tell y'all, man, life is incredibly short. You just never know, man. We can live incredibly healthy lives, and that still may not be enough to sustain us. We just never know. That's why I tell people, live life to the fullest. Live life to the absolute fullest. Okay? Because you only get one. And you can't just live life and be miserable. Especially when you can make it better. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, man. I'm getting sent videos now of people saying some disgraceful shit. Shout out to William Conaway. This is such a tragic way to start the year, decade. Cherish every moment. I absolutely agree, William. We got to cherish every moment, man. And we've had a lot of deaths over this month, man. Of prominent people in entertainment. It's just been unreal. And January isn't even over. January ain't even over yet. And yeah, I believe Kobe did enjoy his life. That's why he wanted to help, his daughter reach her dreams of playing basketball. He was training her and making sure that she was, going to be the best she can be. Yeah, there were 9 people in total that were on board. The video the Shaving posted of Kobe gave me chills. He was saying, enjoy life. Yes, you have to. That's why I tell people, this is why my main message to y'all is to live life, don't hold grudges, and find happiness wherever you can find it. I try to tell people that people, you got some people that want to be miserable. They want to be in a miserable state of mind. And I'm like, for what? You're only here for a certain amount of time. Why would you live your life not being able to enjoy it? Seeing Jim Gray, the reporter on Fox News, and how emotional he was, just shows you how much people around Kobe actually cared about him. Even no matter if they were people who interviewed him, worked with him, But yeah, he was our Michael Jordan. A lot of people from the 80s and 90s grew up watching Jordan. A lot of people in the 2000s who grew up in the 2000s. Kobe was our MJ. He was somebody that, especially us as young black males, us as young black men, he was somebody that we could look up to. Not only, athletics wise, but also business wise. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
BK in the check-in. How you doing, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, BK?
Hey, it was a beautiful Sunday till you heard the news.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, it was shocking, just like what the young man said, the last call. Previous entertainers, big entertainers that really kind of, that was like more than what they were. Mm-hmm. It was shocking. So when it comes to Kobe, because he was that type of man, even outside of basketball, besides what he did in his professional life, and, with his family, I could imagine. I don't have any kids myself, but I could imagine. Mm-hmm. And to the other victims, I thought it was, because they always said it was 5. I didn't know it was 9.
Yeah, I think they did a total counting. They probably wanted to wait and not give all the information to the media, so they can get in front of it, because they probably have family members who knew that they had relatives on the helicopter with them, so they wanted to hold off so that the families wouldn't get worried, So they want, so they wanted to limit the number. Now they've put the information on how many people are actually there.
Yeah, well, my thoughts and prayers to those people's families as well.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, they're not going to be as really big news because this is, you're talking about Kobe here and his daughter, of course, which is even more tragic. But let me tell you something. Like people I was here and I saw it in the comments about cherish every day as you live. Yes, you better do so.
Yeah.
And with all this going on, regardless, with the wars, and then you come to the ages, and a couple of times there was some shots being thrown at, for the older, between the younger in some ways. I keep saying, you better hope for the ones that's probably younger than me, you better hope that you live every day of your life to reach a Kobe's age. Because 41 is so young.
Yeah. That's what people been saying on TV all day. They've been saying that 41 is young.
And unfortunately, you don't know when your time is going to come. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's where I take it from, because the 22nd this past January made the 3rd anniversary that I lost my grandmother. She was 98. So from learning from that, like, you know what? And I love her dearly. I definitely have a different outlook now as how, as I get older and just perceive my perception in life, period. And I don't go not one day that when I talk to my mother, she lives in Charlotte, I tell her I love her. I, say my prayers, I say whatever because you hear so much stuff going on. And it's so ironic, and I hate to bring this up. I don't want to bring this up to compare. But it's the Grammys coming on tonight, right? It's so ironic that it's the way the Grammy was coming on that same day, that same night. So it just dawned on me. I don't know why, but it's like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just thought about that, but listen, Kobe's legacy is not tainted, and it's going to go on. Next generations that's coming up after him is going to hey. All right, so
yeah,
but that's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right. Well, BK, I appreciate the call. All right.
All right. You have a good one.
You
Bless.
too. All right.
All right.
Shout out to BK. Let's see. Shout out to Shy. Says some white folks trolling hard on Kobe and Gigi. I see that video you sent me. Well, I didn't look at it. Hold on.
Like hate, pain in the world, and it's always a bunch of terrible stories. And every once in a while, there's a good story. Good story comes out. The guy who got away with rape got his today. Kobe Bryant is gone. I'm here in Charlotte, the home of the team that originally drafted him. Maybe he wouldn't have raped that chick in Denver if he had stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets. But anyway, the point is, dude, it's like, guys, I know there's always a lot of like hate, pain in the world, and it's always a bunch of terrible stories. And every once in a while, there's a good story.
So you got this caucasoid who is standing in front of the Charlotte Hornets arena, who is, I guess, happy that Kobe has passed away. First off, why are they letting homeless people stand in front of the Charlotte Hornets arena? This guy looks homeless.
Good story.
He looks like he has nothing to lose. And he's standing in front of the Charlotte Hornets arena. They need to call security and get homeless people from in front of the arena. Because you got this homeless white man disrespecting Kobe because he quote unquote got away with rape. Sir, do we need to bring up the history of Caucasian males who've gotten away with rape? Do we need to bring that up? But we got this homeless white man in front of the Charlotte Hornets arena. Security needs to be called to get the homeless from in front of their arena. That woman didn't pursue the charges. So therefore, I don't give a shit what that guy says or what anybody is saying, because she didn't follow through. So again, I can't speak on what is not factual. Okay. But I'm going to tell you, some of these people, some of these cockazoids, they hold on to shit just like with OJ. You got a lot of white people who don't like OJ, you know? And I can't show the video. For some reason, the OBS on this computer doesn't allow me to really show anything video-wise for some reason. I don't know. But I did play the video. Oh, let me play it again because he's looking for some attention. We got a male attention seeker. We got a white male attention whore.
Guys, I know there's always
Some homeless white male attention whore standing in front of the Charlotte Hornets arena.
The guy who got away with rape got his today. Kobe Bryant is gone. I'm here in Charlotte, the home of the team that originally drafted him. Maybe he wouldn't have raped that chick in Denver if he had stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets. But anyway, the point is, dude, it's like, guys, I know there's always
The guy looking for some attention. White male attention whore. I'm telling you, man. There's all type of attention whores. You got male attention whores. You got female attention whores. But the growth in male attention whores is growing. We got a lot of male attention whores out here who they're out of control, man. They need to get the homeless from first off, how can you afford a phone when you're homeless in front of the Charlotte Hornets arena? And that's the only reason why you're standing out there, because you ain't got no place else to go. Because a lot of the hotels there won't allow you into the hotels until 3. So he has to stand outside in the cold until 3 so he can go into one of the hotels if he's first checking in, you know. But you know what's interesting? Even in the city I'm in, I'm noticing more homeless white males in my city. I'm noticing more homeless white males every day. Okay, in my city. I'm not even in a big city. Traffic is crazy, but I'm noticing more homeless white males. I went to the store and one of these dudes was standing outside. Like, and it's dark. And I cut around the corner, come around the side. The dude just standing there in the shop. I'm like, you know. So why don't you go, instead of making this video about Kobe, why don't you go help your fellow white man out and get these guys off the street? Look at California, all the homelessness, okay? Why don't we go clean up the streets instead of making videos, sir? Why don't we go do that? I haven't gotten any more calls yet. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure. I don't think I got any more calls yet. Nobody's. Oh, okay, I had a couple. Y'all call back in. That was on me. Y'all call back in, man. Yeah, man. Somebody need to get the homeless from in front of that arena, man. Call security. Call security. Get that homeless man from in front of that building, man. I bet it is, Hattie. If you lazy, yeah. But I don't listen. I'm the type of person, I don't care how down you are as a person, or how I may feel about you, or we've had some issues. If you go through something like this, I'm not about to sit here and bury and publicly talk down to you. That doesn't make any sense. I would never kick anybody while they're down, you know? The Epic Center, Uptown Charlotte is full of them, Jay. I can believe that, Obi. I can believe that. Because Charlotte is a destination place for a lot of people. Because it's a bunch of different towns that's done collectively become one almost, and the population is growing there, and I know it attracts a lot of people like this guy who has a cell phone but no place to stay. You know, what's good, Miss Holmes? Yeah, R.I.P. to all 9 lives that perished in this helicopter crash. The lines are still open, man. Call back in, man. I'm gonna be live a little while longer, man. So make sure y'all like the stream, man. I also want to make an announcement too. I am gonna start doing my Sunday podcast. I did a couple on my Spreaker. I did a couple, and I kind of stopped because I had a lot of other stuff I had going on. But I am gonna bring back the Sunday shows. I'll talk more about it a little later. You're live with Jay the Black. What's going on?
Yeah, man. What up, Joe? This D on there, man.
What's good, man?
Yeah, bro. I wasn't even gonna call in, man. This really messed me up, man. Yeah, I was in high school, man. I just started my freshman year of high school when he got drafted to the NBA, man. You know,
Okay.
This is this shit is unreal. This is like the one day that me and all my friends was like, just, you know, like we used to sit around and talk about, man, like, damn, yo, can you imagine if Kobe passed away? Like, it just was like unreal, you know, like just, you couldn't even imagine something like that happening, man. Like, he just seemed larger than life, you know.
Yeah. This was very shocking for a lot of people. This is very shocking for a lot of people, man.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, next to Iverson, man, he was my favorite. You know, he was always my favorite. I'm just, damn, my stomach hurt from this shit, man. It's crazy, you know. But the fact that, you know, we got trolls out there, man, that just can't get this dude's nutsack out of their throat, man, that's to be expected, man. You know, it's crazy. You know, they need to just find a bridge that's high enough, man, for them to jump off of, man. You know, and just end it, man.
Very high bridge to jump off.
You know?
Very high bridge to jump off, because if it was somebody that they were fans of and somebody disrespected them, they wouldn't like it. You know?
Yeah. Instead of sitting here trying to bring up his past, man, what they need to do is ask they crackhead mothers, you know, about all those goddamn track marks on her booty, you know? Do that.
Right.
Shit. It's crazy, man. You know, it's just savages, man. Like, have some goddamn respect.
That's the thing. They have none. They have none.
They don't, you know what I mean? But it's cool because when their little sister passed away or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's going to be somebody out here to troll them, you know? And that's going to be a day that I swear to God I'm there. I hope I'm there, man, to just laugh right in their face. You know, but this is horrible, man. You know, my condolences go out to Kobe and just, you know, everybody just, you know, just be strong, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to get to this Doc Rivers video. I'm just looking for this Doc Rivers video.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just watching that, man. That shit hurt me, man. You know, that's sad. That's real sad. But I'm out of here, man.
All right, D. Well, thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, you already know.
All right. Okay, I'm about to play the Doc Rivers video. Make sure y'all continue to like the stream. I'm going to play this Doc Rivers video, okay? Hold up. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play this Doc Rivers video.
Play a game right now.
You know, I don't know. You know, I just don't have a lot to say. The news is just devastating to everybody who knew him, known him a long time. And you know, he means a lot to me, obviously. You know, he was such a great opponent, you know. It's what you want in sports. He had that DNA that very few athletes can ever have. You know, the Tiger Woods and the Michael Jordans. You know, it's funny. I was getting to know him more since he retired. You know, yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, we have to go play. I mean, the news is just so devastating for Vanessa and his family, and there's just so many people he touched, you know. And you know, it's looking at my young players and seeing how emotional they are. They didn't even know him, you know, and it just tells you how far his reach was. So, I mean, this is just shocking news for all of us. And sorry, I don't have a lot to say. I just can't. I have to go talk to a team before a game and tell them to play a game.
What was your last interaction with Kobe like?
That was great. We were at a function about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we sat and talked for probably 45 minutes. You know, we always like to reminisce. We would always laugh at our versions of our losses. You know, when we beat them in 2008, he had his version, and when they beat us in 2010, I had my version, and we would laugh at how different we looked at the games. You know, this is a great loss for the league, and I thought he had so much more left to do. You know, and he was starting to do it. Never seen him happier. You know, so I don't know.
Do you feel blessed that you were able to?
Yeah, I'm lucky that I was part. You know, I'm lucky that I, you know, got to coach and compete, you know, against him, and you know, and I feel for so many people. I mean, it's obviously his family. You know, I can't imagine. You know, Lou played with him. Ty Lue played with him. Cliff coached with him. Kawhi was very, very close with him, and so was Paul George. And he meant a lot of good for our league, and especially the competitive part of our league. So, you know, sometimes things don't make sense, you know, and there's times you should feel, you know, you just feel sad, you know, and this is one of them, and you know you have to get through it. We all will. We all have to be strong. You know, we laughed and joked about the mama mentality, you know. We're all gonna need it right now, you know, and there's nobody. I think everybody right now is a Laker fan. You know, we're all Lakers today. You feel for that community, for Jeannie and everyone else. I think people think because you compete against people sometimes that you don't have a relationship with them and you don't like, and it's probably the exact opposite. I think sometimes the more you compete, the more respect you have for the opponent. You know, I would say that's the way I felt with Kobe, and so that's all. I just don't have a lot to say.
Yo, that was Doc Rivers. I want to play that in its entirety so y'all can see where Doc Rivers is coming from and his emotions, you know. And he's feeling some type of way about the situation. I mean, can you blame him? Can you really blame him? You know, it's a guy who competed against him and was able to get to know him and see that, you know, Kobe is just a competitive guy who wanted to win at the end of the day. No hard feelings. You know, we were opponents, but now, you know, we are basically peers. Or now Kobe is a fan of the game and he's able to watch everybody, especially the LA teams, you know, either be the Lakers or the Clippers. And his perspective is just, it's in a different place. Kobe's in a different place, you know. So you really have to look at that. Am I seeing this right? Well, Django is not in here. Django's gone. Django's out here. Did the MSNBC reporter call the Los Angeles Lakers the Los Angeles niggers? Let's see. MSNBC. Did she really say that? Does anybody have a link to her saying that? Because I would love to see that. Did she really say the Los Angeles niggers? Let me tell you something. When people say things, it's usually what they're thinking, but they really don't want to say it. What's her name? What's the MS? What's the? I call them misinformation BC. What's her name? Allison. I hope somebody got that audio. She said Nakers. Allison Morris. Okay. I actually heard her interview with Mike Tirico. I probably should have kept it on. Should have kept it on there. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see the audio. All right, I'm about to play the audio.
No matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to
Wow. Let's rewind.
No matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to...
Yo, how do you say that? Like, how do you not know that comes to mind? Like, really? And then she just kept going like ain't nothing happened. God damn. What a slip up. What a slip up. She said Los Angeles niggers. Like she didn't know he played for the Lakers. So she just inserted niggers in there. Wow. This is a dumb bitch. This is a dumb bitch. Let's go back. Let's rewind.
No matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yo, what makes it worse is that she actually paused and then said niggers, as if she lost her train of thought. Were you looking at a text message, or was you thinking of an inside joke? Like, how do you say Los Angeles, you pause, and then you say niggers? Like, how do you screw up that bad? How do you screw up that bad? How do you screw up that badly? Let's hear the white heifer say it again.
No matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to...
How do you... Wait a minute. How do you... I'm still tripping off of the pausing and then saying niggers. Were you looking at your phone? Were you looking at some messages? that someone sent you? Were you thinking about the jokes that you and your friends were talking about in the break room? How do you mess up that bad? Is that what you call NBA players? You know, the Knicks, you call them the niggers? Are you going to call the New York Knicks the New York niggers? Is that what we're going to hear next from this heifer? This is what you called unqualified. Okay? You have to be focused on the job. I know that you see athletes as niggers because they do. They see athletes as niggers. Niggers with money. And that was the first thing that came to mind. You know? Shout out to Ant again. They say if she's not fired. How do you slip up that bad? How do you slip up that bad and say that? You're supposed to be the best qualified to host your own show, which means you avoid saying the wrong things. Obviously, she didn't avoid saying the wrong thing because you end up making yourself look bad. You know what's funny? You will have Allison Morris and the rest of her NBC News cohorts call Trump racist every day. But I've never heard Trump call anybody niggers live on TV. Now, if he says the shit privately, I mean, I've never heard it. I'm talking about what I've heard. I have heard messy NBC, a host on their network, literally say Los Angeles niggers. I have heard that. Now she tweeted an apology and said earlier, it was an apology, kinda. She says, earlier today, while reporting on the tragic news of Kobe Bryant's passing, I unfortunately stuttered on air, combining the names of the Knicks and the Lakers to say neckers. Please know I did not and would never use a racist term. I apologize for the confusion that I have caused. And you got all these people in the comment section who are you got some people giving her support. You got one dude or whoever tweeted a tweet talking about how Kobe Bryant is a rapist. This is how these people get out of accountability. This is how they get out of accountability. Okay? This is how they get out of accountability. Hold on, let me see. That's what he said. Mark Dice said, MSNBC has helped create the cancel culture we're living in, which has no regard for facts or reasonable explanations. So I can't say I feel sorry for you now that the mob is coming for you. How it feels to get a dose of your own medicine. That's how you do it. That's how he wrote it. I'm sorry. I heard her say niggers. I didn't hear nakers. I didn't hear nakers. I heard niggers. I heard niggers. I heard the G's. How do you mix the Knicks up with the Lakers? You've been reading notes since this morning. How do you mix up the Knicks and the Lakers? But let's hear this very good video or audio footage of this heifer, this white heifer, saying nigger, not necker.
No matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us.
I thought she. Wait a minute. I thought she said nakers. Nah, that's niggers. You used that word before. I'm sorry. You've used that word before. Probably behind black people's back because you don't have a backbone, and you would never say it to their face. You know. Because you don't have the heart to say it to their face, so you say it behind their back. I don't say crackers a whole lot. The show might be over in 20 minutes, y'all. I don't say crackers ever, hardly. No, I don't think I really say crackers. So you would never hear me reading something that has ER on the end and me say crackers. You know why? Because I don't really use the word. Not privately like that, not publicly. So that word is not going to be on the tip of my tongue. I'm sorry. But niggers was on the tip of your tongue because you say it a lot. And you paused. You said the Los Angeles niggers. You said the Los Angeles niggers. You paused. Almost as if you wanted to say that. You got these low-key white feminists who hate men, who think that black men are beneath them, and they will say certain things if they feel the freedom to do so. This woman needs to be dragged. I hope they drag her on every black blog, on every YouTube video. I hope they make a bunch of videos on her. I hope she feels the heat of cancel culture that she probably supports. Shout out to Ant Sound again. Let's wear this out before they remove it. She needs to be fired. Oh no, we're gonna hear it again. Right, mermaid. Like, it would take a dummy, an idiot, a mental midget to not know what she said. Let's listen to this white biatch again.
No matter which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're gonna. That
ain't no mistake, man. Come on, man. You probably called a black person the N-word to their face. Now let's see what this heifer look like. Oh, she's one of these. She got one of these. She got that Captain Marvel haircut, blonde, beach blonde. Kind of like that masculine disposition. Wouldn't surprise me if she is a bit of a lesbian. She looks like the soccer player, the lesbian soccer player. You know what I'm saying? That's what she looks like. She looks like her. I bet she has no black friends whatsoever. She hides behind black people in order to attack the white people that she doesn't like. She's one of those types, She's one of these white chicks who could never get the white men she wanted. So she perpetuated, this disposition towards men, disgruntled, power hungry, disrespectful. I don't know how you mess up that bad unless you're doing it on purpose to disrespect this man. Shout out to Parker Lynn. MSNBC is nothing but a band of LGBTQ journalists who feel they can do what they feel. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like it's an alphabet community headquarters. That's what it seemed like. You got Rachel Maddow, okay? She's the lead one. She's the lead lesbian who anchors on that network. Then you got Allison Morris, who looks like she enjoys the company of women more than she does men. How do you say the Los Angeles niggers and not think that people don't think that you're doing it on purpose? Hold on a second. Let me go back to phone calls real quick. I may take a phone call or two. You're an idiot. Allison Morris is an idiot. What's good, Chana? Chana, you see the new badges that we got? Let me know what you think of the new badges. Yeah, CNN. Let me get started on CNN. With Don Lemon, Anderson Cooper, the other guy, who we don't know what side of the plate he's batting on, but I think we have a clue. I think we got a clue about what side of the plate he's batting on. I'm telling you, the more liberal, the more you're going to see a lot of these alphabet communities supporting lead anchors. Yeah, man, like Lakers have a huge fan base. They have a worldwide fan base. And they're going to go in on you. I noticed she hasn't tweeted anything since because she made a very big mistake. Of course they are loving homes because black people are charismatic. Black people know how to communicate when they want to. And all we have to do is put that together. If black people are able to put their gifts together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. But we don't put those gifts together because we don't get along with each other. We don't like each other. Shout out to Ant Sound, her Twitter handle. She's apologizing. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hello? Yeah, I just want to talk to the guy because I just have...
Hello?
I just wanted to call... Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, man. I just wanted to ask you a question, man. Okay, granted that, okay, she did say the N-word, and I would never say the N-word to people's faces. But, accidentally, letting it slip. But people do have racist thoughts. Just because I don't act on it, does that make me a freaking bad person?
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I didn't say she was a bad person. I just say she's not very intelligent.
She's not very intelligent. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's just I'm sorry, I just saw your show online, but I was just saying, it's just okay, if you're going to have bad thoughts and you do let it fold, what if some guy did some bad thing to you? Or some guy just, stole your car, and if it was a black guy...
Oh, no. This is different, bro. This is different. She was on live TV reading notes. How do you come up with the Los Angeles niggers if you read notes? You've been reading notes for hours. How do you just come up with that out the blue? Unless it was on the tip of your tongue. It was right in the front of your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, man. No, dude. That chick obviously probably uses the N-word a lot. But, because, I do agree with you that, okay, she does say the N-word. But, okay, so, say, sometimes, what if you let, a Freudian slip or something, or, I don't know. I can't justify that.
There's nothing to justify. She's a fucking moron.
What's so bad is that if she did say it, or that she just harbors racist thoughts.
Probably both.
We all harbor racist thoughts. We're all...
No, I think I don't harbor racist thoughts towards anybody. If you disrespect me, I may not like you, but I'm not going to harbor hatred towards you. I'm not going to be thinking that, you're this and that. Nah, I don't think so. I think she's a fronter. She likes to front and pretend so much that it bubbles up in the inside and causes her to have these thoughts, for her to be able to say this live on TV when she's been doing this for hours, and you just have this slip up. Nah, you may have done this on purpose.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, hello?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you clicked over and hang up on me.
I was about to. You on that bullshit? I was about to, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I mean, to me, it's like I don't know what really got to me about this topic. I think the topic is just like it's almost like saying that like we shouldn't have like prejudice is like a natural thing.
That's a whole nother show. Prejudice. This show is about Kobe and his passing. It was brought to my attention. What she did was brought to my attention while I was live, so I went and responded or reacted to the video. This show was about Kobe. This ain't about her. I was just addressing what I heard from her show.
But I mean, like, okay. I was having a
okay, but bro, I gotta go, bro. I got other callers. I got other callers.
I was in college.
I got other callers, bro. Got other callers. Okay, I appreciate the call. All right. God damn. I don't want to hear stories, man. This show is about Kobe and his, him and his daughter losing their life. I don't have time for this shit, man. I don't have time for this, man. Dude about to tell me extra stories. No, I ain't got time for that today. She said it. Like, I don't want to hear the defense league. I don't want to hear no defense. She said it, and there's just no defense of it. And then she paused. What made it worse is she paused while saying Los Angeles niggers. And then she's going to lie in her apology tweet and say she said nakers. I didn't hear nakers at all. White people speak in an articulate manner, I'm assuming, right? She's an articulate female. So how can you misconstrue nakers with niggers? Come on, people. Let's see who this is. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
What?
What's going on? You're live. What's up? Let me tell you something. If you calling to try to troll me, don't do that. That's only going to hurt your feelings, not mine. Because obviously you're hurt by something I said. That's why you're calling my show. Don't call my show trying to troll. That will be a losing cause on your end. Because I will just go in even harder on this heifer from Messy NBC. And I know y'all don't like that. All right. Yeah, he got about 3 minutes. 3 minutes was enough. But this is somebody else that's calling in. This 510 number keeps calling in. 510, if you listen to me, don't call my show no more. You're playing on my phone. I'm saying hello. You're not saying nothing. So don't call back in. I know your feelings are hurt, but I hurt your feelings even worse. Okay? The woman. Oh, you know what? Let's play this video again because I think they're hurt. Let's play this video again.
No matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers.
The what? The what? The Los Angeles what? The Los Angeles what? Oh, man. Oh, man. The Los Angeles what? Nah, that's it for the phone call. I told y'all this stream wasn't going to be long. But shout out to everybody that's tuning in, though. I appreciate it. All right. And according to Allison Morris, the Los Angeles niggers, Kobe Bryant, the Los Angeles niggers, talking about we harbor racist thoughts. No, you harbor racist thoughts, not me. You know, you harbor racist thoughts, not me. He said, let's play that shit. Yeah, let's play that shit again.
Kavita, if I could...
No matter which team, which Lakers team he played on.
Yeah, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to go...
The what? The Los Angeles what? What is going on here? She paused in between. And she still said niggers. Do you need your notes to know the difference between niggers and Lakers? Appreciate that, Steven. And then you got these white males calling in to defend her. White women ain't even calling in to defend her. But you got these Captain Saber hoes that want to call in and defend. R.I.P. to Kobe and his daughter and the other people affected by this situation, you know? All right. It must be the homeless guy. Maybe he was listening. Maybe the homeless guy was listening. She paused before she said niggers. How can you defend that? How can you defend that? You paused and then said it. It makes it even worse. It's not like a situation where you were talking and you said something and you didn't pause. Like you paused while you were saying it. You know? Everybody can hear it. You paused. Orange man bad. Trump is a racist. But you said the N-word live on TV. So I don't want to hear nothing you say about Trump being racist when you are on TV talking about, calling the Lakers, the Los Angeles N-words. But this stream was about Kobe, his daughter, and the other people who perished in this helicopter. Let's keep that in perspective. Roy Rondo will honor Kobe's passing. Oh, they will, Veg? Okay. Yeah, Kobe is a cultural icon. He's a cultural icon. He's a national treasure. Even though he lived in Italy his early years, he's still considered a national treasure by people that were here. Shout out to Greatness 81. He donated. That's liberals for you. Keep voting Democrat. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. Some of the most racist people are usually Democrat. Usually are liberals. People will say, well, it'll be conservatives, right? Well, you do have conservatives that don't like anybody that isn't white and conservative, right? But then you also have the people who hide behind other groups of people, but they talk down to those people. They don't want to live in the same neighborhoods as those people. They don't want to be around or associated with those people unless they're gaining something from them. Yeah, he did finish high school in Philly. But the guy speaks Italian as well, speaks fluently in Italian. Just an all-around, just well-rounded guy. I'm not a conservative, Shy. See, that's why when you don't know me that well, you shouldn't speak on me, bro. Because I'm not conservative. And I don't need to be woke. You can be woke all day. I'm not going to be woke. Being woke is for the people who need to fit in somewhere. I'm woke on a higher level of how I view the world, not just how I view people just here in America, is how I view people internationally. You know? What's good, Jessica? Right? I've been on code since I started making videos. It's the rest of these people who flip-flop and they attack other black people. That's not being woke. Attacking other black people is not being woke. It's not. This is why you won't see me attack other black people, because I actually stay on code, unlike the most of these majority of these so-called, woke pro-blacks who all they do is attack other black people. That's all they do is attack other black people. They don't do nothing against, Caucasian supremacy. They do nothing against that. They do everything against other black people because they're weak, and they know they're weak. Shout out to Ant Sound. Here we speak. Here we speak it how it is. Get off if you don't like it. There's a lot of people that don't, and they're more than welcome to leave. But I'm not changing my perspective for nobody. I'm not here to fit in. I'm not here to be friends with anybody. I'm here to to bring my point of view out there, Patrick says I stays on code too, Jay. Because I don't see a lot of people being on code these days. I don't see it at all. Especially the people that y'all listen to and take advice from. Oh, Jessica, you're gonna have to rewind the stream back, but I've already I spoke on that. I spoke on that a little earlier. But yeah, man, this is a good live stream, man. I didn't want this to get too long. It was good, D. Edward. The code doesn't exist. I believe that is to be the case. I believe that is what to be the case. Okay, people keep saying Rick Fox was involved, but I'm not hearing any reports. They're saying those reports are false. Rick Fox family confirms he was not in the helicopter crash. So either they haven't gotten the news yet, or, but there were 9 people there. So there's still some to be accounted for. All right. But salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to the callers, the super chatters, man. Oh yeah, and to the members. Shout out to the members, everybody that's become a member. Y'all see your new badges. I said I was gonna get some new badges, and I did. So you have new badges now, and I will start to do some members only live streams. As a matter of fact, I may do members only panels, and so we can all participate together. I really would like to do some members only, where we could just get together and just chit chat or whatever, or I can do some gaming, because I am getting another computer, so I may do gaming there. Will allow me to What's good, the True Speaker? Will allow me to be able to go live and live stream at the same time the way I want to do it, you know. But yeah, man, I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the support. And everybody being here for the live stream. Friday was a complete debacle because nobody got notifications until after the live stream was over. And that was a very good live that we did. It was a short live, but I think I got the information I wanted to get across. I think I got that information across, you know. And yeah, Call of Duty, Jay. You know, I actually do have Call of Duty for my PS4 sitting right over there. Yeah, Friday was definitely a bust. It really was. But I soldiered through it and was able to get to the point. You know. But like the stream to everybody that's here, man. Go ahead and like the stream. Honestly though, I'm considering maybe taking this down. I don't know yet. The stream got a little crazy towards the end. Yeah, I actually heard the new Call of Duty wasn't that there are people that didn't like it, but you know, this is starting to get into a little bit, you know. Because the stream got crazy towards the end, but I may just go ahead and keep it up. Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and wrap the stream up, of course. Yeah, Obi, I got the newest one. Yeah, Black Ops. I haven't done the online play, just single player. I ain't got no online play yet. I'm not an online guy. That's what I'm thinking about doing, Genuine Tone. I'm not really an online guy unless there are people that I know that's online. I may play it with them. You know what I'm saying? Miranda, I see you. Yeah, I haven't. I play on and off. Like I mostly play Madden. I've been mostly on Madden, you know. Oh, you already know I'm getting the PS5, man. I'm a tech guy. You know, I got to get the latest gadgets. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I just got me a new phone. I got, which is better for me because the screen is longer and it gives me more space to type. Got big fingers, so give me it's more space to type. And I just like the way it looks, you know. About getting the PS5 as well, of course, man. Yeah. Of course, you know. But shout out to everybody that's here, man. If you haven't, make sure y'all follow. Y'all can say, send me topics to the email. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Appreciate that, Vern. Send it to the email. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Especially on Twitter, because that's where I send a lot of my notifications when I go live and when I post a video. All right. Oh, let me go ahead and straighten some of this. Yeah, the Nakers. Free Amazon deliveries. Well, you know what, Antoine, I'm expecting some Amazon deliveries tomorrow. No, not was it? Not tomorrow, but Tuesday. Tuesday, I'm expecting some Amazon deliveries. Tuesday. But yeah, man, that's it. That's all I have to say. Rest in peace to Kobe, his daughter, the other people whose lives were taken in this helicopter crash. And my heart goes out to Kobe and his family, the other families involved. Hopefully people can gain some type of closure and be able to move forward with their lives and finding some type of happiness and be able to move forward. It's not going to be easy at all. I mean, you have a guy who was the head of the household. Kobe was the head of the household. He was a patriarch. Okay? Father, husband, leader, undisputed leader. And he's going to be missed very, very much in this particular situation. All right. Shout out to y'all, and I will see y'all on the next one. Okay? Y'all take care.